Hi guys, Paige here. This is going to be really short, but maybe sweet-ish. It's always sweet. I'm diabetic, so it's always going to be sweet. But I wanted to touch on something that I'll probably make even another video going into it more regarding abusive relationships, finally leaving and being asked, why did you stay? Or, why did you go back? Or why didn't you, call the police? Well, if you're like me, whenever you're made to feel like you deserve the punishment and the abuse, of course you're not wanting to go tell. And you don't want to leave because you want to make them feel bad for it and miss you and you love them. And you don't want them to go to jail and, have that on their record. So at first it was a lot of feeling like I caused it, so why should I go run and tell? But then after a few years of it, it became fear that if I told, I would seriously pay for it. Why? Because I'm to blame, and if he gets in trouble for my fault, I should pay for it, right? Well, eventually, again, it was just this scenario of if I leave, what's going to happen? And it was the same thought and fear every single time. Because say I was ready to go tell the police, or was ready to report it to some extent, and say he got slapped with, a few months or a few years even. There's no time long enough for that sort of a crime and assault that the victim ever feels safe, really. Because, what's a restraining order going to do? It's a piece of paper. You should still get one. Be smart. Get your restraining order. But, you know that's not holding them back. And prison isn't going to hold them back for forever. So, of course, it sounds completely irrational not to tell anybody. When you're afraid for your life, when you've already experienced being abused and beaten to the point you're moments away from actually dying, or you've been knocked so hard against the wall you've gotten a concussion and everything's seeing stars, just not in a good way, you know that they're already capable of that much. They've already attempted maybe to even kill you, or have come close to it just to show you they're that serious. Why would you go tell the police? I think that you should be smart about it. Don't run for help the moment it begins. But you have to be smart about it, and that's another topic to discuss. But you're too afraid because you know that if they're in there for 5 years, they could have another 65 years on this earth to come for you. That sucks. And I said 65 years. Let's say 25 years. I don't know. I don't know what math I'm doing here. But, you go and you tell, and they go to jail, and they go to prison. You get your restraining order, and then they're really, really, really angry because they've not only maybe lost, a job they love, but they've lost years off their life. Losing years off your life because of the abuse seems to not be enough reason to get the help to them. That their bullcrap is so much more important than your life. And their excuses are so much more important than your reasons. And I don't care, there is, I guess, a certain extent you can go to that people might say, well, there was a reason for that kind of response out of them that it resulted in you getting hurt in some way. But believe me, now I know I get upset and I get nervous and I get scared because there's been so many times the last 13 months I've had to say, I told you so. I told you so. Okay, maybe I didn't have what I needed to show you at that very moment, but here it is. I never made it up. It's frustrating because you finally make this leap to leave in this almost a life-threatening stance to get free of it. And they're almost questioning your fear. Like, well, why are you so upset and why do you get worked up over it? Because now I'm dealing with someone for the rest of my life that I'm absolutely terrified of. It's not going to go away. If you get a restraining order, you should keep it. Be safe. If you got someone like that coming at you, be safe. Get a restraining order. And for those that understand why this person needs the restraining order, because obviously the court has seen fit for it, you don't need to question it if the court has seen fit for it. Trust me, they don't just hand them out, like candy. It's a legal document that results them in going to prison for failure to not adhere to that restraining order. But you still have to go renew it. So what happens in a couple years when you got to walk into the courthouse and say, this is still a problem. This is still a potential life-threatening issue I'm here for. And I got to relive it all over again because I'm walking into a courthouse that reminds me of the reason I had to go there in the first place. So the more you keep asking, why did you stay? Don't do that. Don't do that to somebody. I know it kills me. It breaks my heart when I'm asked it, when I've given plenty good reason for why I stayed. Whenever it was a fact I was afraid for my life, I didn't have options, I didn't have any way to get away, and I was afraid if I had someone I loved intervene and come get me, that they could be facing a very, very serious incident with them. So think really hard before you pop off that question for the 100th time. Because your frustration of not understanding it is not any more deserving than that person's fear for having, gone through this in the first place. It's unbelievable. And for those that haven't dealt with it, trust me, there are victims that have their own family members to stand up to in regards to this. Mainly because they might not understand or believe that it was as severe as it was, that they think that everything they see on TV is all made up, like it doesn't happen to people. I will tell you, it clearly happens to people. And you shouldn't have to provide hard evidence to your family that you love and that you need, that you have rightful fear of a person and rightful heartache because of this person and rightful concerns because of this person for other people you love. If you care about the person that's been the victim in this situation, the last thing you should do is ask, why did you stay? The only thing that needs to be coming out of your mouth is, I'm so glad that you left. I'm so glad that you did it. I'm so glad, because it must have taken a lot out of you to finally jump over that fear so you can get a life back. I seriously at one point thought that this was the rest of my life. I'm going to die. I'm going to die a victim. And I didn't want to be a victim anymore. I didn't want to have no happiness in my life like it was. There was nothing that brought me joy, because every time I was happy, I sure as hell got punished for it 10 times harder. There were moments I was afraid to smile at something I've seen on TV because they were already pissed off at me. Because I'm afraid that if they see I'm laughing over something, then that means I must not care that they're upset. And that's sad to not laugh. It's sad that you can't listen to a song on the radio about it because it brings back that pain. And it's sad that you realize that you did love someone so much that actually didn't even exist. There's so many more things going through this person's head than why did they stay. There, you feel the hands around your neck. You feel the spit that they just shot at you from their mouth into your face, running down your face. and you feel that pain in your side from when you got kicked, and you feel that pain in your back from when you got slammed, and you feel that pain in your heart from when you got betrayed. Your confusion does not warrant them reliving the hell that they had gone through. I appreciate you checking my video out, and I appreciate if you go through the same frustration. And please do, if you're willing, if you're able, if you feel safe and comfortable in doing so, comment, tell me, tell me your troubles, because I'm here to listen. Because as much as I've had to talk about the hell I've gone through, I want to listen to it right back so I can be there for someone else. I've been experiencing many days where I'm totally alone in this whole recovery process, it seems like. And there's no need for it when we have something like YouTube or social media or ways to connect with people from across the world. There's going to be someone that's going to listen to you. I'm not the only one. And I'll be happy to show you how to get help if you're going through it. And I'll be happy to be smart enough to talk to you about it without throwing you under the bus. I know what it's like. And I'm going to keep putting out videos. This is a good time frame, not because of the 10-minute mark. It's just because I don't want to have all 30 and 1 hour long videos. I want to put something out there quick enough that you can listen to and go about your day and not dedicate a whole section of it to me. But please do like, please do subscribe. Please show me you're there, like always. Please show me you're there. I see you on other YouTubers' channels. Let me see you on mine. And I'll love you forever for it. Thank you again for taking the time. Again, I'm going to put out more stuff that's not just about domestic abuse. I'm going to try to liven things up with some diabetes fun. Yeah! What you all want. And then some other stuff. Who knows? I might not look like a fashionista, but I do have passion for other things. So thank you. I love you for watching me. I'm sorry this is what you got to look at right now, but I'm still here, just as beautiful on the inside. Okay, bye guys. I hope you're all having a good night. If you see this tomorrow, have a great Friday. And don't forget to share, comment, like, subscribe. I need you all to make me smile. And I'm not a singer either, so sorry about that. Bye-bye.